I mean, predictions for next year. Honestly, I mean, the big one's just Nintendo, right? The
Yeah.
not, like there's something's gonna happen with Nintendo. They're gonna come down and put their foot down and say, "Yo, we're here, and we're here and we 4K." That's gonna be their thing. So again, I'm predicting that this is gonna be a hybrid. This is no shrimp attached predictions here. Again, it's gonna be a hybrid. It's gonna have a backwards compatible version. It's gonna have an all digital version. There may be a box only version that you just plug into your TV and you play like a regular console. Um, and they're gonna have the hybrid version of it. So um, maybe they'll do like the hybrid will be the backwards compatible, and just the box will be like their old digital. There's a rumor that they're gonna release an old digital one that is not backwards compatible with the Switch, and it's gonna be just new stuff. But again, like it's one of it's like I said, like we think about this console as being a Switch Pro, but this could be a whole new platform, and we can get like brand new games attached to it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, not only remasters, right? But we may see like real use. Like we haven't seen a 3D Mario in a while. We're probably gonna see something crazy. I don't the rumor out there that they're working on a souped up Breath of the Wild, which again
Oh.
probably not. Considering that I put so much time in that game, I don't wanna go through it again. But you know, you never know. Either way, and I said it before, I'm already saving up money for this thing because um, this is gonna be a day one for me. I haven't been this excited about Nintendo since the Super Nintendo, so I am very much excited about this. So um, yeah, that's my first prediction. I guess it's not really it's a prediction of a prediction, but I don't really want to add anything else to that.
Mm. Yeah, I do think from a gaming side, like you nailed all that on. Like Switch is going to be the big headline, the new Switch, obviously, because there's not too much. It seems like that we can just, unless somebody has on their has on their bingo card something that we just don't have any insight on. And that's the thing about us. Like anyone who watches No Load Time knows, we have a really good track record when it comes to predicting stuff. We're not 100%, we're not batting at 100, right? But like we still have such a good percentage that it's enough that people could realize we kind of know what we're talking about. And so like when it comes to just from a gaming standpoint, like I don't want to say anything too radical. I think I would probably say that um there's going to be clearly some larger acquisitions, but I actually think Sony's going to be the one making them because I don't think they have to make it, but I
Right.
think that they will do it just because they can and as they prep for next gen stuff too. I think that's going to be a part of their whole like procedure. They've clearly have buku money. There's a lot of success coming in to the gaming division. I think they're going to get a lot of clearance going into 2024 from the Sony top saying, keep that ship rolling, keep that thing moving, and it's not going to be just having the PlayStation 5 Pro. Like it's not going to be anything like it's going to be more so let's also give you some big games if we can and do
Yeah.
that by not just making new stuff but absorbing stuff too.
Yeah, they gotta invest. They gotta start
Yeah.
investing.
Yeah.
Um, they're playing the Comcast role in here.
Yeah.
Like, whereas WB has been the Microsoft just buying everything and not really producing anything meaningful.
Sheesh.
But they've been over here doing their thing, doing strategic acquisitions, like smaller stuff, right? Um, for the time being. But I think, yeah, like I stand by the prediction that I had when Jim Ryan was retired, that they within the next 6 months we'll probably see them invest uh, in some high visibility content. It's like whether it be Square Enix, whether it be Capcom. I don't think Sega. They keep saying that they're not for sale, but I don't know, man. That trailer got a bunch of people really excited. I mean, Sega's got money, but it's it's gonna be interesting. Like if they actually manage to snatch one of the big Japanese companies. So
Yeah.
there's been a rumor for a long time about WB shedding games out, and Sony acquiring WB games. Um, I don't know what's going on with whatever was IDOS and all those guys. They're it seems like they're doing their own thing, so that's fine. But yeah, yeah, within the next I guess 5 months now, 4.5 months, we'll probably see some movement. I'm still stand by that. So probably like March, maybe a good month for them to start making changes. So
Yeah, early on. I don't think it's gonna be that too late to wait.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if they do, it will come across as reactionary to what Nintendo's gonna be
totally
doing.
right. Yeah, so they have to plan it out
Hmm.
properly. So
Yeah.
because the Microsoft stuff was clearly reactionary. That you go
Oh,
into
for sure.
E3 and you announce all this stuff, right? You're reacting to your competitor's
Correct.
conference, right?
Absolutely.
So and that's why like um, perception, like that perception of weakness that you know still lingering. I don't know. Again, there were some estimated sales figures out there this week saying
Mm.
that the PS5 has outsold the both Series S and S 3-1. Um, and again, this is what happens when your console becomes a Fire Stick and you're just selling your subscription. So
I mean, the Series X, bro, like it's right now 350 still.
I
That
saw
should
it three
be
ninety nine today. I don't know. It's been going up
I
and
saw on
down. Yeah,
Amazon 3, yeah, and I'm like, dude, how is that? I mean, that's still a juggernaut of a piece of hardware. There's no excitement.
yeah, yeah. People are saying everyone keeps saying it's great. Yeah, because of Game Pass, right? And I don't doubt it. I don't doubt
Yeah.
it. I've had, I used to have Game Pass on PC, and I think it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you did.
and you know, uh, if you can have a Netflix of video games almost, right?
I know, it
And
sounds
play stuff
great.
on TV. So yeah. So I don't know. They're having a really hard time to resonating with I guess average consumers
Yeah.
and all that. Like you talk to someone and it's like, oh yeah, PS5 is a PS5. Like the PS5 is still like a hot product.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are still buying it, and you go to Target and there's none, but there's like 10 Xboxes, and yeah, it's very strange. Like I don't know. I mean, we all know what the end game is, right? The end game
Totally.
is they becomes the Xbox becomes a service brand, and they provide a
Which is how
service.
Microsoft is with their other softwares.
Right, exactly. So no, you can't buy anything anymore. Like
Yeah.
you can't really buy anything
Subscription.
Microsoft anymore. It's all a subscription, and that's what they want. They
Yeah.
want you to keep paying monthly. They don't want you to buy Starfield for $70. They want you to pay Game Pass for $9, 10, 15, 16, 17 months bucks a month.
It's guaranteed money.
Yeah, exactly. So they're gonna keep investing on some games to appear on the platform, as everyone would do. Like Sony does that too on for PS Plus Extra and Premium. But I really don't know what their end game is. It's very strange.
Yeah.
You know it's just that they it's clear that they have a direction, but how are they going to achieve that direction eventually? That's the big question. I guess not really a rumor because it was already leaked that that revised Series X all digital is going out next year. The one that looks like a cylinder, kind of like the Mac the Mac Pro cylinder one looking one. So that's coming out next year. I mean, I don't. It's probably gonna be $399 because it's gonna be really hard for them to put that price up to $499 after having it for $399 for 2 months and still have like a ton of stock. It's gonna be that price is gonna stay there. The price is not gonna go up. And the Series S, yes, the Series S, that will stay at 250.
That's gonna be the same price as a PS Portal, dude, soon.
Yeah, 189. Yeah,
Which, the more I think about it, I
it's not bad.
kind of on it.
It's not a bad deal, dude.
Like the more I think about it, I'm like, makes a man think.
Like honestly speaking, dude, if you can afford the the extra 5-15 bucks or 10-15 bucks for Game Pass and buy a Series S for 200 bucks, it's not a bad deal, dude.
Not a bad deal.
So I think that's what their future is. There's gonna be a cheap console that you can just get your games
Yeah.
online, and they're not gonna it's clear that the Series X is the last Xbox console with a disk drive.
Wow.
Like it's clear. Like they're not gonna make another one. At PlayStation, the next one is gonna be all digital with the option of adding on the drive, like the
Oh
new
yeah.
one,
Totally.
the Slim. So, but Xbox, they're getting rid of it. They're gonna get rid of that, and RIP GameStop. Well, they can probably see, and that's the thing. Like GameStop will probably sell you the an empty box with a code. So you can have a collectible or whatever. So that could be their thing. But yeah, it's there's definitely some big changes. But
For
yeah,
sure.
when it comes to gaming. But yeah, we'll definitely have to wait and see what's in store for next year. But Joe, going back to like Marvel DC, do you expect to see any DC footage for the new Superman at Comic Con?
Yes, I don't think we're gonna see that much. I personally think that we'll get our first look at, you know, at Superman in the suit. Like, well, we gotta see that, right? And
Right.
people need to be able to just see that alone, and to give people a sense of the tone of the film too. I think that's gonna be the kind of thing that they purposely showcase. That could be, no more than, just a very brief look at, him flying or an opening sequence. It's very James Gunn to do something like that. I mean, he did the same thing with Guardians, right? Where like, and I cannot confirm or deny back in 2011-12 that I saw footage from Comic Con that leaked online. But it's just the whole prison lineup, right? Sequence, and all of them showing, hey, this is Groot and this is Star Lord. We got this guy from whatever, and he's Drax and Gamora, the deadliest woman alive, and all this whatever. And like to get people a sense that this is the lineup, this is the team. I think you'll get something like that too. But I think in general, I think you're gonna get a lot from DC, like not just a little bit. I think you're gonna get a lot from DC, probably more from them than even Marvel. I think Marvel slows their roll and DC just hits the acceleration, and that's probably for the better.
Right.
Like I think their strategies need to be opposite in that sense. I think both of them need to do the reboot thing. One clearly already is, and the other one we'll see. I don't think that Marvel will easily reboot things. I think they'll handle it a little bit more gently and understandably so. But like you look at the stuff with Superman being the first really entrance to chapter one, Gods and Monsters, as James is referring to it as. I think we're gonna learn more about some of the gods and monsters that are coming further along at Comic Con. I think that's gonna be the real theme. Is like this is the tone, this is the people, and these are the characters to look forward to. So when people do watch, Superman Legacy, they're like, "Oh no, we know it's not just because in the movie there's a bunch of cameos and Hawk Girls in Superman Legacy, and now Supergirl apparently is going to be in it, and all these characters showing up. It's also like it's intentional. It's all intentional."
Right. Right. Yeah, I would like to see that. I would like to see DC, Marvel taking a step back, you know, get everything straightened out,
Yeah.
for the next 5-10 years, and then we'll see DC really pushing it this coming year. What about Star Wars? We're not gonna get a movie, but are we expecting some
Mm.
sort of big announcement from them?
No.
No,
The biggest thing that would come out is Kathleen Kennedy no longer being, the president.
in
And
August,
I'm not even confident of that. I am
October.
not.
No, hey,
I am not confident of it.
I'm not betting. I'm not betting. No, I'm not a betting man, but I wouldn't bet on that.
I wouldn't bet on it. And I mean, there's so many people out there, they will look at you dead in the eye that they believe this is the people we're talking about. They'll read things on the internet and take it as truth.
Right,
Like touch grass, people. This is, this is a theme today, if you've noticed. Like in reality, it's not, she could be let go. It's
right.
not impossible. But I would not bet on it. But I think that would be the biggest thing that happens from Star Wars. Nothing else from a film, show wise announcements. You'll get things there's always going to be news around Star Wars. It's not going to be a quiet year, but I don't think anything jaw dropping. Why? The next celebration is not till 2025 in Japan. And should you get a new president of Lucasfilm, then 2025 would be the year where it's like, and by the way, like a James Gunn type thing we're talking about with Comic Con, like this is kind of the new plan, the new slate, whatever. I don't think that they're going to do anything big like that now. You'll have rumors, you'll have a couple things, a lot of things delayed. Andor's not coming out till 2025, right? Season 2, right? Like
Yeah, rumors that it got
that's what
delayed.
they're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Um, Ahsoka's not going to be out till 2025 at the earliest. The next season. It's going to be a very quiet year for Star Wars.
yeah. I see. Other than maybe Bad Batch, if that.
Maybe
Yeah,
Tales of the Jedi too. I could see that.
yeah,
Seriously, like that could be the big thing.
yeah. You're right. You're right, man. I really hope that they figure it out.
Battlefront 3. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, day one.
Surprise!
Man, they gotta, dude. It's been a long time.
I want it. I
I
want
want
it.
it. Yeah,
Give me
do
Battlefront.
it. Let's do it. We'll stream it.
We will.
Yeah, totally. It's Battlefront. Come on. Yeah, yeah. No. It's gonna be a very interesting year. It's gonna be a big year on some fronts. Yeah, I think Star Wars is probably gonna be on the quiet side.
Yeah.
That's a lot of planning and a lot of reshuffling that's being done that we
Mhm.
can't see it, but I know it's happening. So we'll find out more about it next year.